Namaste. Today I am going to start something of a series, Throwback Thursdays, and I'm going to try and revisit books which I have had from a very long time. To start off this series, I have selected the first book that I ever purchased for myself. Now, do note that some of my older books I have actually completed them and discarded them because I need to make space for new books. But there are some books which are either very old in the sense they are with me from a long time, or they had been originally published a long time ago. What do I mean by long time? I'll try to select books which are at least 5 years old and older than that. So let's start. This is the first book of this series, and this is the first book that I ever purchased for myself. It is Adult Coloring Book Stress Relieving Patterns by Blue Star, and I had purchased this at the checkout counter of a supermarket in Dubai, where I used to live at that point of time. I purchased this in 2016, and that's when my coloring journey started. I was going through a very rough patch personally, and I think coloring saved me, or at least helped me if I didn't want to sound too dramatic. And you can see the original label which the store had put on top of the ISBN number is still there, and it's become all yellowed out now. Anyways, so this book is 48 patterns of to color, and then there's some pep talk over here, and let's see inside. So this is the introduction page, and as usual I have colored it. I like to color books from cover to cover if possible, but I think I used to force myself to do that, and now I have decided that if I don't like a page, I'm just going to just discard it and move on. So let's see where that goes also. But then we move on, and this is their social media pages when this was Twitter and not X, and this was their hashtag, and this is their website. So show us your art and we'll show the world. I believe if you tag them, they would post it, repost it. And then Blue Star is from San Antonio, Texas, and Portland in Orlando, if I'm not wrong. And this book was designed by Peter, written by Gabe, and published by CJ. So by written, I think they mean the pep talk that is there in this book. I'll show you. So one of the things was, of course, this, but there's more. And then I can see that this was Blue Star 2016, and they have taken images from Shutterstock. Okay, so let's go on to, so then here again there is some pep talk, and here you can pause and read it if you want, but basically it's telling you to give them feedback. Okay, and then there was this one small owl which I decided to color, and I have done that with Artlicious pencils, which also was the only medium I owned when I purchased this book, and it did not turn out as I had expected. Then how to use this book, and then from here it starts. So I have dated this as 22nd of October 2016. I do remember that I used to color before this, but those books I shared with my mother, and I think that was 2012 or something like that. But this book I purchased purely for myself, only for myself, and everything done in this book is done only by me. Okay, so then with the only set of pencils that I had, Artlicious pencils, this is what I colored. Same thing here. And then I don't like this page, so I never colored it. I had hoped at one point of time that someday I'll feel like coloring it, but I don't think so. I still don't like these kind of pages. They have too much going on in a very small space of space of the page. So yeah, I'll probably just leave it uncolored always. Then this one, I remember the first page that I thought, what the hell did I do with this? It's because when I colored it, the spaces in between the shapes was white and it really looked very nice. And then for some reason I thought I need to fill up that color, and then I went over it with some pink or red or something pencil, and it doesn't look that great. And that is the day I realized the importance of white space. Then by this time I think I had purchased some brush markers, and I had colored it with this because it was too fine for me to color with pencils. This one is a much later accomplishment. I did this during the lockdown in 2020. I revisited this book and I was like, okay, let me get back to this book. This I started, and then I just got fed up of the fact that everything seems to be connected. Will I color it ever? Maybe. It's not that I hate this page, it's just too much things happening. I don't like those kind of pages. This one I have done with gel pens. This was the first set of gel pens that I ever purchased, and I really like how they look. This was, I don't remember using what, but since there's nothing behind, I believe this is pencils. And this was done with gel pens. I don't like this page, but I might color it. Let's see. I did this with markers. The first set of markers that I ever owned, Touch New. They were horrible. Their brown color used to stain, and yeah, it was really bad. I didn't know what a good marker was. I just purchased the cheapest one. So these are the images that are still pending to color. I hope I will do that one day. I don't even remember what I had used this. What are the things I used to color? Maybe gel pens. This was done with markers. By then I had purchased Tongfu shop markers, which are the ones which don't stain. They are still budget markers, but they don't stain. This I have done with Durban pastel pencils. I own this set of pencils and I have never colored anything other than this page. Maybe one more page somewhere, but yeah, I don't know how to use them because the color gets transferred everywhere. So I am always worried while using these pencils because they are pastel pencils, but maybe I should use them for backgrounds. Then these are the ones. This one I have done with Stadler Tri Plus fine liners. I purchased those fine liners specifically for this page, I remember. And I think it was a good decision because the spaces were so small and I would not have been able to color this page if it was not for the fine liners. I don't remember what I had used for this, but it seems like I had colored this in 2016. This has been done with markers. Oh, by the way, this is done in 2024. So I visited this book last 2 years ago. And then we have some blank pages. I think I will color these one day. This one has been done with pencils. Yeah, I think I'll color these pages if I get down to it. This is done with, I think, markers. Yes, some old receipt. I don't know why it's there in this book. This design confuses me. It is sparse, but I don't know, it's not attracting me to it. Let's see when we go. This seems more like a stained glass kind of effect. Patterns, I love patterns and mandalas, so I'll probably color these. This also I'll color. I like these kind of designs. Okay, not bad. This is very generic. This is done with pencils, I think so, but I don't remember. It's very from a long time ago. And this kind of patterns seem to be quite repetitive in this book. and I think that is it. Yes, and then these are some of the other books that this publisher had. So there is a part 2 to this book, volume 2, and it's an Amazon bestseller. I don't know in which year, but it's possible because 10 years ago there were not many adult coloring book publishers out there, so it's absolutely possible. And they seem to have some good variety. And they had also some paisley one. And I don't know if this company is still around. Blue Star company, Blue Star, we can check their website maybe. bluestarcoloring.com. And yeah, came 2 blank pages, and that is it. So this was my first ever coloring book. I hope you like to go through it with me, and hope to see you again. Bye for now.